Brother in arms, this is the deepest siege you will ever face, fought not on distant fields, but within the walls of your own heart. The enemy does not always charge with banners and lances. Sometimes he slips through the postern gate in the quiet hours, whispering your own failures back to you like poison. Tipped arrows, every misstep, every broken vow, every moment you fell short of the oath. You swore to yourself, to your family, to the king. You forgive others swiftly. The betrayals, the wounds, the slights. Yet, when the blade turns inward, you cannot sheathe it. You keep it lodged in your own breast, twisting with every heartbeat. Do you ever feel like your past mistakes, those hidden agreements with the enemy, the complex snares you walked into willingly, are chains forged around your ankles, dragging you back from the man the king destined you to become? It is a common battle among knights, one that turns the strongest shield arm weak and the clearest vision clouded. But what if the mightiest weapon against this inner war is not greater force, not fiercer striving, but the very thing you have overlooked, forgiveness? First and foremost for yourself. Forget everything you thought you knew about strength. The ultimate strategic maneuver for a man of God is not to push harder, to outrace the world, or to conquer more ground. It is to surrender, not to defeat, but to the mercy of the High King who already paid the ransom for every trespass, including the ones you committed against your own soul. Forgiveness is the secret weapon that shatters self-doubt, melts lingering regrets, and forges an unbreakable path to your true purpose. Prepare to unlock a level of strength you never knew was possible. The strength of a man who has been set free by grace. This world is no gentle ride through sunlit meadows. It is a relentless charge. The corporate lists demand you ride faster, learn quicker, deploy sooner, produce more. Efficiency is the new idol, and mercy for yourself is branded as weakness. You bottle the failures, the poor decision at work, the harsh words spoken in haste, the agreement you made with darkness, and they snowball, growing heavier with every mile. The world beats you down because it knows no higher law, but the king bids you slow the charger, rein in the fury, and look up. He says, put on the brakes, understand where you stand, understand where I stand in your life. Most of the journey is not sight, not feeling, not proof you can grasp with mortal hands. It is trust. It is faith, raw, blind, unyielding faith that he is there, even when the fog is thick and the enemy laughs in the mist. I confess it openly. I struggle here too. I declare trust with my lips, yet my mind races with earthly chains, deadlines, shortfalls, the fear of falling again. I say I have faith, but the stress of self-imposed burdens proves I still lean on my own understanding rather than his. Yet look to David, the shepherd boy turned anointed king, the warrior whose psalms still echo across battlefields. In the theater, we watched his story unfold, and it struck like a clarion call. Time and again, when the host trembled, when the giant loomed, when the crown seemed lost, David alone trusted the Lord with his whole heart. He was not fearless because the odds favored him. He was fearless because he knew the one who held the odds. He declared, I will not be afraid, whatever comes, victory or seeming defeat, life or the shadow of death. God remains my reward. Even if I lose everything, even if the blade finds my throat, I still have eternal life in him. Everything will be okay. That is the anchor for the knight who cannot forgive himself. Your failures do not define the final tally. Your trespasses against your own soul do not nullify the covenant sealed in blood. The king who designed you, who knit you in secret, who numbered your days before the first dawn, wants you to hear it clearly. Everything is going to be okay. Trust me. Forgive yourself as I have already forgiven you. Embrace this grace. Speak it over your scars. The debt is paid. The chain is broken. I am free to rise again. Let gratitude rise like incense. Thanks for the mercy that covers every stumble, for the redemption that turns even your darkest nights into testimonies of his faithfulness. This forgiveness disarms the inner accuser. It clears the fog so you can see the path ahead. It renews your strength to mount up once more, not in your power, but in His. And hear this, brother, you are not alone in this siege. There are other knights riding the same shadowed roads, bearing the same hidden wounds, wrestling the same urge to doubt themselves, to believe the enemy's lies, that their past has disqualified them forever. They too stare into the mirror and see only the failures, the moments they fell, the oaths they broke to themselves. They too fight the nightly battle against the voice that says, "You are unworthy, you are too far gone." Find them, seek them out, form brotherhoods, unbreakable bonds forged in the fire of shared confession and mutual absolution. Gather around campfires, in quiet halls, in the hidden corners of the day. Men who will look you in the eye and say, "I have carried that same chain, I have heard that same whisper, but the King's mercy is greater than our shame." Stand shoulder to mailed shoulder, confess the trespasses you cannot forgive in yourself, and hear another night speak the truth you struggle to believe. You are forgiven. The blood was enough. Rise and fight again. These bonds are not mere fellowship. They are fortified walls against isolation. They are the war council where strategies of grace are shared. They are the lifting of shields when one man's arm grows weary. In the brotherhood, forgiveness multiplies. Your release becomes his courage. His release becomes your strength. Together, you remind one another, the enemy's greatest weapon is division. His lies thrive in solitude. But when knights stand together, confessing, praying, bearing one another's burdens, the lies shatter like brittle iron. Do not ride alone any longer. The King did not design you for solitary vigils. He placed other men on the same road, so you could lock shields, sharpen blades, and charge as one. Find your band of brothers. Be vulnerable enough to say, "I cannot forgive myself yet," and let them speak the King's pardon over you until your own heart believes it. So rise, brother. Forgive the man in the mirror as fiercely as you would defend a fallen comrade. Trust the King who never abandons the field. The battle within is fierce, but the victory is already proclaimed. I am still learning this. I am still struggling, but I ride forward, and I pray for you by name. If this stirs anything in your heart, a failure you cannot release, a doubt that haunts the watch, leave it in the comments. I will carry it to the throne, and pray for me, for the road is long. God bless you. May this message find you in the hour you need it most. Stand fast. Forgive, trust, and charge.